welcome to another episode of Cooking in the Kitchen. Today we're going to be making rock candy, so stay tuned. Okay, the making of rock candy is very easy. We just need 3 essential elements. So first we're going to start off with 3 cups of granulated sugar, 1 cup of water, and a couple of sticks to build our rock candy on. Okay, so next we're going to start by boiling the water at 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, we're going to start this next step by just simply pouring into 1 cup of water and letting the water boil. Okay, now that the water is boiling, we're going to start by pouring in half a cup of sugar and stirring that in until it dissolves into the water. And we're going to do this for all of the 3 cups of sugar. Just add it by half a cup and stir until all of it is dissolved into the water. It's going to create, the sugar will be saturated and fully dissolved. Okay, now we have stirred just about all the sugar in there. We used all of the 3 cups of sugar and it's all dissolved and it's become kind of thick. So we're going to give it a couple more stirs and then we'll just leave it off to the side for about 15 minutes to cool off. Saturated sugar is sitting there for about 15 minutes. We'll prepare the sticks, and so first thing we're going to do is just grab a glass of water, dip the stick in, and then here we have some extra sugar, so you're just going to toss that around in the sugar, and the water is just going to allow the sugar to stick, and we want that sugar there so that when we put the solution in, the rock candy will have something to grow off of. So you don't really want a lot, you just want to kind of dip it in there a little bit. And you're just going to repeat that for all of your sticks. Okay, so now I poured all the saturated solution into a little beaker, or a little glass thing to easily put it into these 3 cups. So let me go ahead and pour that. So we just want to fill it a little bit, and the mixture is still hot, but it's at a good temperature to where we can work with it. Okay, so now that all this, we're just going to stir it to make sure everything is just properly mixed in as it should be. Okay, and so now we're going to put in the sticks. Now we don't want to touch the bottom the bottom of the stick with the bottom of the cup, because then the rock candy will not grow as well. So you put it in and touch the bottom and then bring it up a bit. And then with I have this big pin, so I'm gonna put the stick in and then close it on there. And then so that way it's hanging up and away from the bottom. And I'm just going to repeat that process with all the other cups. Touching the bottom, and if you look closely you can already see that some of the rock candy is beginning to form onto that sugar that was previously placed on the stick. And so now that we have everything in its place, we're just going to let it sit for a couple of days and let the rock candy really grow, and we'll see what we get. So check back in a couple of days. Well, hello. Just about time we check on that rock candy. It has been 9 days since we first poured in the solution. So now we're gonna bring out this rock candy. Come on closer. So all we're gonna do is we're just gonna cut around the surrounding, and you don't want to cut too close because you don't want to mess up the rock candy. There we go, that's enough. And we're just gonna repeat the process on all of them. We're gonna pour in all this excess into just a little thing, like so. So now all that's left is that rock candy. None of the juice is there anymore.
Wow.
Oh, look at that. Now that we've taken all the extra out, it's still connected to the bottom. So in order to remove the stick from the cup where it's stuck on, we are gonna run this over some hot water to cool it down, and it should just come up. It's that time. We have got our rock candy here, finished product, ready to show. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Look at those crystals. Oh, look at the way they just gleam in light. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video on a quick little tutorial on how to make rock candy. Show you the shape, a sweet treat.